Welcome back to Pain Law. When we left, we talked about the importance of having an attorney, but it's not just about having an attorney, it's about having the right attorney. Joining me is attorney Richard Griffin from Pain Law, the Griffin Law Firm. And you know, timing and choosing the right attorney is so important in a workers' comp claim, even in a personal injury claim. But let's start with workers' comp.
Okay.
Why is timing such an element in settlement?
Well, an interesting thing about workers' compensation is that if the case is going well, they're paying for the medical expenses as you're incurring those. As you're going to workers' comp doctors, you're getting those bills paid for. If you're not, then you absolutely need help. And it doesn't always happen that way, so we help make sure that those bills are paid. But they should be paying for everything as you go. Income benefits, which are lost wages, but the benefit that you get for that, those are paid as you go. Now, what happens is typically those things are not getting paid. But the way a case works with timing on a workers' comp case is at the very beginning, the case may not have a lot of value. They haven't fully diagnosed the injuries. They don't know how seriously injured you are. As you get diagnosed with more and more serious injuries, if you have a serious injury, then the value is going up. If you're off work and you're unable to work, they're starting those benefits. Well, the value starts going up. At some point, it's going to reach its top value, unless it's a catastrophic case. Now, a catastrophic case, the value just is always big. But anyway, if you wait too long in a workers' compensation claim, you can end up getting less than you deserve because you're back down to the point where you're at work again, the doctors say come back as needed, and the adjuster says, well, we paid for everything, what else is left?
So workers' comp is really important. Timing is really important in a workers' comp case. But what about personal injury?
Well, in personal injury, you can have the same situation where timing is everything. If you try to settle it right at the beginning, $500 offer or no offer at all. You really need in personal injury to wait till you get to the end of the case because you need to know what all the medical expenses are going to total up, the lost wages, what that prognosis, that permanent injury rating is going to be.
Sometimes you can get to a quick settlement. Is that true? I mean, sometimes maybe it takes a long time, but sometimes there can be quick settlements. You
can. A lot of times when we get involved, they may have tried to do it themselves for a long time, you know, maybe for 6 months, maybe for a year even in a workers' compensation claim. If that happens, when we get the case, I had a situation where a nurse said, hey, I've had the surgery on my shoulder, I'm doing a lot better, I just want to get out of the system, I want to settle. Get me a settlement as fast as you can.
Okay.
7 days, because it was at a spot where it was good to settle, in 7 days I was able to get her $25,000 and she was ecstatic. I mean, she was so happy.
Let's take a look at a video that will explain that situation for you.
In less than 30 days, the other old lawyer in Bremen took them on right at 3 years, couldn't get a settlement, couldn't get us paid, couldn't get nothing done. The Griffin Law Firm in less than 30 days got us our checks, got us all the money we were owed, even the back money that we were owed, and got us a settlement. Gave me, my wife, and our kids our life back. I can't stress that enough.
Well, you told us about the nurse that received a quick settlement, but this gentleman in the video that we just saw seemed to be his life turned around after he came to you, and he had been working for so long, and then you were able to get a quick settlement, just what his family needed.
That's right. He was a great guy and a great family. He was a night manager in a gas station. There was an assault. There was, someone robbed the place. They injured him severely. Now, he had another attorney, and that attorney had worked on the case, and he was owed benefits, he was owed mileage, he needed a settlement. They had sold everything that they owned practically just to try to keep food on the table and keep paying those bills. It makes me feel fantastic. I just love when we can get involved and make a difference. And with him, it took us 30 days. And, we went in and we were aggressive. We filed a hearing request. Things fell into place. And when that happens, it just makes you so excited that you were able to make that impact. As he said, we were able to give he and his family his life back. He got all those things that were due him and got the settlement that he needed.
That is so wonderful. And it's not just about having an attorney. We said before that it's about having the right attorney, because if you start off with the right attorney, your result will be much better. And at the Griffin Law Firm, you have the calculator, the settlement calculator, that just helps people from the very first day to figure out what their compensation would be. Could that have helped the nurse and even the gas station manager?
It absolutely could. When you give me the information, and sometimes the settlement calculator needs more information. We get the information we can, but I love to also talk to the client because subtle differences can make a huge impact. The settlement calculator is a great resource. I can use jury verdict research on a personal injury case. I can use my experience on a workers' comp case, and that can really give you a great estimate as to what the real settlement value is. Hiring us and letting us go to work for you, fighting for you, is going to make the big difference. That's going to be where we can actually reach that goal. And that's what I'd just love to do.
The settlement calculator is at 877painlaw.com, and we'll talk about it more when we come back.
I'm attorney Richard Griffin, the legal expert and co-host of the Pain Law Show. How much is my case worth? This is the #1 question asked by people injured at work or in a car accident. Now you can find out for yourself by using our new settlement calculator at 877painlaw.com. Now, knowing the projected settlement value gives you a goal. Hiring our experienced injury attorneys will help you get there. Call the Griffin Law Firm today at 877-PAIN-LAW or visit us at 877painlaw.com to find out how we can make all the difference in your case. After a car accident, you're faced with many difficult decisions. How can you get the medical treatment or even surgery you need? 877-PAIN-LAW can help. How can you pay your bills when you're too injured to work? 877-PAIN-LAW can help. How can you get the settlement that you need and deserve? 877-PAIN-LAW is the answer. I'm attorney Richard Griffin of the Griffin Law Firm. Call me right now at 877-PAIN-LAW so I can talk to you personally and explain how we can make all the difference in your case.